Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's end of June now, so we're coming up on the 4th of July, so I thought I would show some sort of red, white, and blue themed albums that you could use to document 4th of July or family reunions, or it could be used for Memorial Day. If you wanted to document a veteran or something like that. So our first project here is a 10 by 8 album. It has a 2 1/4 inch spine. This was made by with the Country Craft Creations collection called Stars and Stripes. And this was the very first Country Craft Creations collection that I got. And it's just, if you haven't used their stuff, you should go and try it out. The paper is printed on what they call Bristol vellum. And when you say vellum, you think of, that real lightweight see-through stuff, but this is not like that. But it is a very different texture than regular cardstock or regular designer paper. The graphics are great. There's, for example, on this paper here, there's a glitter. It's not physically glitter, it's printed on the paper, but it looks like glitter on the paper, and it's so real that that it appears dimensional, and it looks like there's really glitter there. But anyway, it was made with Country Craft Creations Stars and Stripes collection. Here on the cover, we've got some flowers up here. Got a little truck, it says USA, there's a little dog in there. Down here it says America. I've got some buttons here. This is kind of made to look like a fence. There's no closure on the album. It stays closed by itself. You don't really need a closure on here. This book will hold about 85 photos. So if we open it up, this is really big since it's 10 inches, so it's kind of hard to get it all on the camera and make it stay there. On the inside front cover, we have a pocket here, but also on the pocket there's a little flip up. So you've got room for some smaller pictures. This would be a good place for some journaling because it's white. It's not white, it's off-white, but... And then this very large pocket here, we've got some photo mats. These are 3x4, so, or would hold a 3x4 picture. This one is larger. That looks like about maybe 4.5 by 4.5. And then we have a booklet here. It says, God Bless America. There's the truck there and a barn with the flag flying. And then on the inside, on the back, it's blank. So you could put pictures, or you could do journaling, newspaper articles, whatever you wanted to put in here. Now this pocket is very loose, meaning you could get a lot more in here than what I've got in here. Now it is going to thicken up some when you put pictures on all these photo mats, but even still, there's room for more stuff in that pocket. The front of page 1, this page, I don't remember if I said this, this book has 3 pages, and the pages are 9 by 7.5. So we have some tie closures here on these little flip outs. If you untie that and then open this, you get this 3D kind of a thing here that pops up. Not sure how much, what you see. It's not taped down to the page. It's like free floating. So there's room for 4 photos there. And you could put photos here as well. And then that just folds back up. And the more that that's opened and closed, the easier that will get to, that will fold back up and open up. These ribbons on here, this is seam binding. I like mine loose and floppy. If you don't like that, once you have pictures in here, because when you put pictures, it's going to get thicker. So wait till your pictures are in there, then tie it the way you want to tie it, and then you can trim it to however, whatever length you want. But this seam binding does ravel. So what I do is I put a line of glue on my finger. I use art glitter glue, but you could use any glue that dries clear. I put a line of glue on my finger, and then I take the end of that and I dip it in that line of glue. And then, put it over to the side somewhere, or put a clip on it or something that's going to keep it from touching your paper until it dries. And it just kind of makes a hard sealant there on the end of that ribbon so that it won't ravel. Down here we have another tie closure and then a waterfall. I did not cover the insides here. I just put a strip of paper on each one of these so that what you see when it's closed will have the paper, but then your pictures would cover this on the inside, and that just cuts down on bulk some. I'm not a very good bow tire, but and sometimes your ribbon gets crinkled like this sometimes, being closed up in the book or just from storing it. You can take a flat iron, a flat iron like you use on your hair, on a very low setting, and straighten this ribbon out if you want to, if that bothers you that it gets crinked up. Now, each of these pages has a pocket on the side. I did not put anything in the pocket, but if you wanted to put something in there, you could. On the back of page 1, we have 2 little pockets down here with photo mats in each one. Again, I usually leave my photo mats blank on the back so that you can put your picture there, or you can use it for journaling. On the fronts, if you don't like this picture that I put on here, you can put a photo mat on the front also, a photo on the front also, and cover that up. And then up here we have a double belly band. So you have 2 belly bands here, one on top of each other. And I have a large photo mat behind the back one. And then that will fit down behind these 2 photo mats here, and that keeps those from falling out. And then I have a smaller photo mat on this one. Okay, the front of page 2 here, this was cut to sort of look like a rocket. But this opens this way and this way. So you have room for some smaller photos up here. You could put a photo here if you wanted to. Then this flips out. These little ephemera pieces that I have on here are not glued completely down, so you can slip your photo back behind there. And then this is another pocket with photo mats. There's that truck again with the dog in it. Because this is such a big album, the album's 10 by 8, you've got room for very large photos. So this is a 6 by 8. So you could easily get a 5 by 7 photo on here, or you could, if you cut down a 8 by 10, you could get that on there. That's held together with a magnet. The back of page 2, we have a little closure here off to the side. Okay, so this flip here, this flips up. There's a pocket here with a little like bookmark piece in here that folds over to the side. And then we have 2 pieces here that are cut at points down here at the bottom. And these both flip up. And then here you have room for 2 large photos, like these are 6.5 by about 4 1/4. So you could easily fit a 6x4 photo in there. But they will fit back behind this little piece of ephemera that I have here. If you don't want to use those, if you just want to put your pictures on here, that's fine too. You could use these as photo mats and stick them in any of the pockets that are in the book. In the front of page 3, we have this whole thing comes out here, and you have some flip ups here. Again, these pieces are not taped down. You can fit your photos back behind there. And then there's a pocket here, and this just fits into this pocket. And then you have a room for another photo down here. The back of page 3 is another pocket. Photo mats. And then on the pocket here, you have 2 pockets with photo mats in there. This pocket here goes all the way down, so you have a very long piece there. You could put a photo here. You could put photos front and back. You could journal. Always remember to do your journal. I mean, when I say journal, that's something as simple as writing down who the people are, what you were doing, where you are, the dates. Because 50 years from now, when someone finds your album, they're not going to know who those people are. So it's important to journal, and it doesn't have to be simple like that. It could be something very complicated. You could, tell the story of your grandfather who was a veteran of World War II. You could go into a lot of detail in your journaling. Everybody's different, and they're all going to want to do something different. So this is the inside back cover. Here we have the dog in the truck again. There's a piece put on here where you have room to write something. And these stars are open so that, if you want to put your photo on here, it can fit back behind the stars if you want it to. This flips open. Very large spot here. Again, this is open so that you can, when you're putting your photos on there, you can slip it back behind there. And then here we have an angled pocket with a whole bunch of photo mats in here. And again, there is a lot more room in this pocket than what I have in here. You could put other things in here as well. And then our back of the album is just the red, white, and blue stripes. So that is our 4th of July / patriotic album for today. If you have any questions, please leave them down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.